WHPR, Highland Park. We now take you out to Hamtramck's Keyworth Stadium for the remaining few minutes of a live broadcast of the football game between the Polar Bears of Highland Park and the Cosmos of Hamtramck.
Fred Korn speaking to you. We're back at Keyworth Stadium. The ball placed down on the 2-yard line. 2 small yards to Paters, but those 2 yards can be the difference between a tie game, a victory, or a defeat. And the play situation unfolds now. Jim Richardson goes over the ball. He'll have to center the ball back. And Highland Park is not going to kick. They're in a straight running formation, a single wing to the right. Waiting for the pass in center. Pass is thrown into the end zone. No good. Russell tried a jump pass over the middle. It was no good. And Highland Park misses that try for extra point. And so Hayes will boot the ball from his own 40-yard line. Time once again in Hamtramck's favor. Just about 2 minutes of playing time. 1 minute and 55 seconds, says the official clock on the south end of the field. Highland Park to our left, defending the north goal, kick off to Hamtramck, defending the south goal. Hayes will kick off, number 40. He might kick it. Covered in there, I believe, by Hamtramck. We'll have to wait and see. As we predicted, Hayes tried that onside kick. It was just a small boot. It's got to roll 10 yards before it can be recovered. And it was kicked from the 40, rolled across the 50-yard line. The officials are talking the situation over. They themselves are in a bit of confusion about what's going on down at the gridiron at this point. We'll have to wait and see just to recover it. It appeared to us as if Hamtramck got their hands on the ball. Once again, Dave Hayes will kick off. We don't know whether he's going to try and boot it long or not. The element of surprise as far as that onside kick now is pretty well shot. Hayes moves forward, kicks a rather short kick coming down, but it's taken on the 30-yard line by number 13, Marvin, who's hit and dropped by a beautiful crushing tackle in there and try and get back in this game. Hamtramck in a T formation, flanker left. Barnicki gives the ball off to Coleman, running off left tackle. Nice hole, fights his way across the 35-yard line. McMeekin's moved in to Stoll Coleman with a jarring tackle. Also in there to bring down its ball carrier was number 28, Dave Northcross. There was Northcross in that tackle on that play. Make the initial stop. Highland Park sending some new men in to that defensive lineup. Number 36 goes in for Highland Park. Odell Wallers in there defensively. Highland Park calls time, rather Hamtramck calls timeout, I believe, on the field. I don't know who the timeout is charged to. 1 minute of playing time unofficially left in the ball game. We're getting this playing time from the scoreboard clock at the south end of the field. What a football game. 7-6, Hamtramck leading. But time is running out on the Polar Bears as Hamtramck has the ball. They have it on the Highland Park 36-yard line. Second down and 6 yards to go. Hamtramck sends a flanker right. T formation. Barnicki up under the center. Gives the ball off to Coleman again on that same play over tackle. This time he fights his way across the 40-yard line to the 41. Pick up about 5 yards on that play, and it's going to be close to a first down. It's third down. If he didn't make it, it'll be third down. It is third down and about 2 yards to go for Hamtramck from the Highland Park 41-yard line. 41 and a half, but we'll call 41, keep it even. Calls off to Coleman, driving straight ahead. He may have picked up that first down, and we're going to call for a measurement. No, we won't need a measurement. It's going to be first down at 10 yards to go for Hamtramck, operating from the Cosmo 45-yard line. Highland Park takes time out down on the field, trying to stop the clock, which now says that there's 20 seconds of playing time remaining in the game, with Hamtramck leading 7-6. What a football game this has been tonight. Hamtramck cheerleaders strike up the theme of "We want a touchdown," but Hamtramck now will be content to hold on to that football now, as Highland Park has certainly tested the Hamtramck defense tonight in the second half. Cosmos come out in a T formation. The ball's off to Coleman up the middle. Gets away from one man, then bumps into his own man, but he does fight his way across the Highland Park 50-yard line into Highland Park territory to the 48, and there's about 9 seconds left to go. 5 now, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Time is now done on the field. The ball game is over. Hamtramck wins 7-6. John, what a game. Let's have your impressions and a short recap.
Well, fans, this was certainly a fine game out here at Keyworth Stadium, rather. Highland Park played a terrific defensive game as well as offensive, but they had several bad breaks. Twice they were on the threshold of scoring a touchdown, only to have the ball intercepted once. And once Ron Strelecki took the ball from his own 10-yard line and ran to the 3-yard line of Hamtramck in the closing seconds of the second quarter. In the fourth quarter, Johnny McMeekins went back to pass and completed a 20-yard pass to Jerry Newman, who went up to about the 15-yard line of Hamtramck. Then there was another short pass to Ben Wilson, who went over for the touchdown. Highland Park didn't know what to do, either to kick or to run the ball over for the extra point. Well, they decided to run it over, but they didn't make it on that short pass, which was incomplete in the end zone. The final score, once again, was 7-6 in favor of Hamtramck. Now back to Fred Korn.
Well, that was a fine recap, John. That was the story of the game. Bad breaks against Highland Park. A fine game on both sides. Neither team needs to feel ashamed of their performance. Go down on its wet gridiron here at Keyworth Stadium in Hamtramck. And now the lights dim, and we're going to wrap it up. But first, a few final statistics from Forest Marvin.
Highland Park only gained 55 yards rushing from the line of scrimmage, and they tried 14 passes, completing 4 for 60 yards and having 1 intercepted. They had 2 penalties against them in the game. They had 5 first downs in the game, and they had 3 timeouts. So Hamtramck was a different story. The ground, they gained 160 yards from the line of scrimmage, and they tried 9 passes, completing only 4, and had 1 intercepted for 60 yards. They had 2 penalties, and they fumbled once, the Highland Park recovering, and they gained 6 first downs and had 5 timeouts. Now back to Fred Korn.
Well, that just about wraps it up. I'd like to thank our remote crew and the people, especially at Hamtramck. Mr. Stolcombe, who is the athletic director here, has given us a fine facilities up here in the broadcasting booth at Keyworth Stadium. Also, I'd like to thank John Cionca for fine work on the broadcast tonight. This is your first night, John, and a very fine job. Congratulations. Also, Forest Marvin for his work on statistics, and Bob Hillis for his engineering on this tough remote job. We had a little trouble getting on the air, as you who were around for the beginning of the game knew about. But now we're going to turn it back to our studios in Highland Park. This is Fred Korn at Keyworth Stadium in Hamtramck, returning you now to our studios in Highland Park.
This has been a live presentation of the Sports Broadcasting Service of the Highland Park Public Schools. Your remote engineer was Robert Hillis. Sports commentary was by Fred Korn John Cionca. The program was under the direction of Robert Stevens and was produced by the sports staff of this station. Your studio engineers have been Woody Steinbeck and Barry Deschamps. Your announcer has been Donald Forrest. This is WHPR, Highland Park, Michigan.